can't believe it, that guys, people really wanted to learn this concept, but they didn't want to let me know if they wanted it. Yeah. More examples. I was about to cry. Oh, Daniel, sorry. Sorry, don't worry. You still got the best part. We're gonna go through the chats and have some markings done. I think when I start working immediately, everybody else that comes on, I can't accept them from a waiting room. Now I have more people and I have been able to accept almost everybody. But yeah, we ride. So let's find a different example. Where do we see a likely shape of Wyckoff schematic around this area? If you can identify it, give me a one in the chat box. Can anybody identify it?
2nd of October. Starts there.
Yes. Yes, that's right. Thank you. So guys, look what's happening here. So can we label this? Yes, I've seen some people are able to. Look at this. Now let's try and label it. I want everybody to focus inside this box. It might be too green for some people. Let's reduce the color. Let's focus inside that box. When price began to sell up here, where did the first stop happen? Here. And from there, straight away, we go up by climax. AR, ST, M, SOW, UT, UTAD. Does that make sense, guys? Does that look like what we just learned? Give me a 2 if it's starting to click somewhere. So where's the PS? In this case, we did not have the PS. Guys, you will not always have PS in your marking. You will not always have it. I'm going to be honest with you. And I'm going to show you how you can differentiate how there is a lack of PS in a Wyckoff schematic. PS means the preliminary stop. So on Monday morning, I was looking to sell GU. I sent this markup to some of my trading buddies. They saw it, but they still missed the trade because they didn't like it. Maybe I should mention names. Some of them saw it, but they still didn't take the trade. We can work backwards, identify you had afterwards. Now, you can't work backwards. The reason why you can't work backwards is because this side of the price happened before this side. How would you know that Wyckoff is about to happen is based on identifying a buy climax. $1 million what? Q. How would you know that a Wyckoff is about to start? You need to first identify your buy climax. How would you know if the first high is PS or BC? This is where TradingView was so not greedy, and it gave out this indicator. Oh man, it don't work on this. It don't work. Let's find a new chart. No, sorry guys, don't be confused. I've got too many things on here, but please just focus on BC, AISTUT, MSOW, SOW, and UTAD. I've got so many things on here just for educational purposes. How would I know that this buy is an actual buy climax and not a PS? Look at the volume that was created around that area. So if I mark out this area, look at the volume that was created around there on the volume indicator. This tells you, a huge movement in the market tells you that that was the buy climax. If it was a PS, you see that usually I label this area as the PS, those who are following. You will always see that the volume, the movement in the market is not supported by the volume. The movement in the market is not supported by the volume. Does that make sense, guys? If you don't, I can show an actual example as to where BS a PS and a BS happened using the volume. No, please. Okay, let's try and find one. Why climax STAI UT UTAD drop. Okay, I don't have a PS here either. I want to take my time for people to really understand what's going on here, guys. Sweet, sweet. And PS. Look at the whole app move from here, from this low on the volume. The app move from here to here. The indicator was called volume. It's just a volume indicator, guys. I don't like too many indicators, so I'll make sure that I use very simple ones that everybody know. Volume indicator. The movement from there to the PS, look at the volume right here to there. To the buy climax, we see a significant movement. But then to the PS, look. Is it making sense, guys? From this low to the PS, look what the volume was looking like. Even though price was moving up really, really quick. But then to the buy climax, look. So you actually get the volume supporting the buy climax, but volume does not support the PS. I hope that answers the question, guys. Give me a one if that answers the question. I'm happy to just treat distribution today, and we can pick up from here to accumulation later on. Let's do more examples. Let's get it cemented. That everybody will go away from here understanding the concept of distribution schematic, rather than me just rushing through it and not telling you so many secrets behind this stuff. I'm going to try it and hitting so many stop losses. I wouldn't like that to happen. Do we agree, guys? Give me a three in the chat box. If you want us to just focus on distribution schematic today and later on, another day, pick up accumulation. Good. Good. We on the same page. Now I am just going to go through the charts and start looking for distribution schematics. Ooh, what do we have here? What do we have here? The move up, our first stop was around this area. Consolidation, sideways movement. Our demand area there. Somebody will be asking me, Francis, why did you not mark up this area as a demand, but then this area as your demand? Is that a creak? Some sort of creaking to the upside? Yes. So people might ask, why did you not choose a creek where Lee is talking about as demand area, but then instead around this area? That is when I need people to understand a little bit about this today. Hang on, guys. I just want to show you a picture. Can everybody see the picture? Can everybody see the picture? Give me a one in the chat box if you can see the picture. I want everybody to take a screenshot of this. If you're done screenshotting, give me a 2. So now you understand that there is something in the market called supply and demand areas. Just like I said at the beginning, before even explaining what distribution schematic was. So if I tell you this candle right here, the up move here, and the consolidation here, and then the up move is called a rally based rally, and it's a demand area, then I want you to cross check on the picture, the screenshot that you've just taken. Do you agree that when I tell you a rally base rally is a demand area, do you agree? Give me a free in the chat box. Fab. That is the reason why. Thank you, April. That is the reason why, even though your PS started from here, but your demand from the PS is there. And guys, if you understand this demand area, you will always be able to trade inside the Wyckoff. You will be able to trade inside the Wyckoff. What do I mean by inside the Wyckoff? Price created a demand zone, moved about again, and came back to that same demand zone and went up. So you could have placed the buy in this demand zone with your stop loss just below the demand zone and your TP above that area. It's the Wyckoff. Let's dive deeper. Now we know our demand area. We know our PS area. Where is our buy climax? Where is our AR? Where is our ST? Follow the movement of price, guys. Follow it. UT. And remember, I showed you an example telling you that usually when there is some sort of equal highs created, that is the sweetest Wyckoff that I love. And look at that. Imbalance sitting right there. Price came down to fill the imbalance for the sign of weakness. So you could have got a buy there, understanding this is a Wyckoff. So you know where to take your TP. It looks like I'm joking, but guys, I'm talking serious stuff right here. If you know what I'm talking about. UT and your UTAD. And after UTAD, what happened? Drop. How do we enter after UTAD? For me, for instance, after UTAD, price has broken after I know where my UT is. Do you know what I usually do? I place a sell stop right below my UT. If I don't want to be posh, like, oh, this is a powerful entry, this is the best entry, I just place a sell stop below my UT and leave the UTAD to do whatever it wants to do. Yes, UTAD is basically a spring on the upside. Final liquidity sweep to get the power. That's right. I don't want to be so gentle. I want to get the best entry. I want to get the best snipe. I'm just going to place a sell stop underneath my UT, allow UTAD to do whatever he wants to do. And once it's done, I know it is a Wyckoff schematic. I am in the sell. Is that making sense, guys? Give me a 5, it is. Powerful. Do not play so gentle. Yes, we can choose to go on a lower time frame, maybe on the 3-minute time frame, and try to look for the sharpest, snipest entry that we can get. But what is the point? If you've done all the hard work to identify your Wyckoff distribution, what is the point? right? So if you look down here, where is the break of market structure? We're now on the 3 minutes time frame. Where's the break of market structure? There. Price retraced back into an institutional candlestick right there, and that would have been your sharpest entry with the littlest amount of risk. Your stop loss would probably be less than 1 pip in this circumstance. Oh yeah, 3 pips, 3 pip stop loss. And you could have been in all this ride. 1 pip stop loss, yes. With Wyckoff, you can get that easily. Easily. Come on, take me there. And look at that. With that entry right there, price did almost 1 to 50. 1 to 50. Even more than that. 1 to 60. Identifying your UTAD. Yes, oh mine. Yes, oh mine. This is how powerful this schematic is. I'm not joking about it. I'm very serious. Usually I don't talk like this, guys. You know it. I like to play a lot when I'm on the chat, but when it comes to Wyckoff, I'm so serious because how they work like miracle on the chat. So do you always go into a smaller time frame to see BOS? After I have observed my UTAD, I want to see a break of market structure. If I saw the schematic on 15 minutes, I want to drop down to at least 2. So 5 minutes or 3 minute time frame to see a break of market structure. If I saw the schematic on the hourly time frame, I want to drop down to the 30 minutes or 15 minutes to see a break of market structure. Does that answer your question, Isha? So how do you know where to place your TP? How do I know where to place my TP? Where did the Wyckoff began from? Where did price even came from? Look at this. You know market structure, guys. This was a low that got broken by this low. So it tells you we are already on a downtrend. So my first TP would have been here below this area. And that alone would have been 1 to 44. And once my price gets around here, I take my first partial and the rest I leave the trade to ride. Hope that answers your question, Rebecca. Brilliant. Any more questions, guys? We're doing one more example. We're doing more example as far as I can see them. I have a UTAD here. I think I saw a schematic. Oh, yeah. Look at this, guys. This is even the sweetest of all. And I was following this trade judicially. I think I was in a sell on this for a while. So our PS consolidation right there. Can we do the next example on higher time frame? Yes, we're doing this on a 4-hour time frame, Isha. 4-hour time frame. So your question has been answered straight away. PS by climax, back inside the PS consolidation, ST, back inside the ST, the PS consolidation, UT, and look where price stopped in the UT imbalance. Give me a 2 in the box if you can observe that. So you have everything you need to trade Wyckoff the best possible way. So we could have been in the buy from here and our TP right there for the UTAD. And immediately you get the UTAD. What did I say? Place your sell stop underneath the UT. Leave UTAD to do whatever it wants to do. However, in this scenario, look what price did. Broke this market structure, came up, and where did price stop? Surprisingly, look on the picture I asked you to take, the screenshot I asked you to take. Tell me in the chat box, what's the name of this area? DRD, thank you. I need some more people. Are we seeing it? Nah, it looks like some people are sleeping on the call. Where is everybody? Oh man. The screenshot you took, I want you to tell me in the chat box, what is that thing here? Here. DBD. Brilliant. Drop, base, drop. And what does that say on the image, on the picture you took? What does that say? A drop, base, drop. What is it? A sell or a buy? Supply, a sell. And look at the way price just went straight in there. And if you pull your fib, you'll be surprised where it was lining up. 61.8. Inside a drop, base drop, 61.8, fib level. Come on, drop the kitchen on it. So how do I trade drop, base, drop? How do I trade it? Probably you're thinking, okay, so Francis, how do I trade it? All I want you to do is put that there, the base, the wick of the base, and the wick above the base. I will need to put another one there. Your entry can be right here on the first one. And your stop loss will be just above that one. Is that difficult, guys? Is that making sense? Are things starting to make sense how to trade in Wyckoff schematic? What is the sign for DBD? The sign for DBD, check on the picture that I asked you to take, the screenshot. It's hard because you would only know it was DBD after it moved. No, DBD, this area was already there. Guys, don't be confused. This area was already there before this break of market structure, right? So when price was retracing up here, I already know that this area existed. Oh yeah, somebody haven't got the picture. This is the picture I'm talking about, Antonia. So your drop, base drop, drop, consolidation, drop. This is what I'm talking about. What do you have here? Drop, consolidation, and a drop. Okay, so it's like a re-entry. Yes, it is like a re-entry. Assuming you didn't want to get involved in all this mess, Utah, you didn't want to get involved with it. You don't want to know about how Utah came about. All you care about is wait for the Utah, the price to break the low of the UT, which is a sign of weakness. And then once it retraces back, we're going to take our position. And that trade alone was 1 to 6. On 4-hour time frame, we did over 270 pips with that entry. We missed it. We missed this trade. And guess the opportunity you had, the one that we just treated before this one. Right there. Distribution inside distribution on smaller time frame. You could have still got inside the trade and still made some money. At the minute, I'm looking at this area. I'm looking at this trade right now. I marked this. Buy climax, ARST, minus sign of weakness. I have my UT. I'm waiting for the Utah on this one. How do I see clearer? So buy climax, XT. Right? I'm waiting for the Utah, the UT. And around the UT, we saw a Wyckoff distribution. This one. That's the UT right there on the higher time frame. It might be confusing to people. So let me just put in a box. This is the whole UT. If you go on a smaller time frame, distribution inside distribution, drop. So you can be trading inside the Wyckoff from a higher time frame bias to a smaller time frame bias. Right? And from here, what do you think is about to happen? Now we have our UT. We're looking for the Utah. And how do I get involved in this trade? Harmonics people here, we understand that we've got a cipher pattern here. If we are able to get price to retrace right here into our D point, then we're going to buy Euro USD for a bit of time. We're going to go into a nice buy on Euro USD for the Utah. Utah hasn't happened, but I've still managed to do the early markup to understand what price is about to do. So I'm showing you live example as to what price is doing currently. I think I've got one on here as well. Yeah, I was looking at this one. Buy climax, ST, UT. I've already marked out my area here. And what is significant about this area? Drop, base, and a drop. Where I have my UT waiting already. Utah waiting. So in the morning, if the landing market opens and then I see a big push up around here, I'm already starting to think, you know what? Hey, hang on right there. I got you. I have a good entry right there. Then I can sell down. But then everything is based on the fact that I'm seeing what is happening on a higher time frame. I want the completion of this Gatly. And now I am seeing a Wyckoff distribution on a smaller time frame. More examples. Let's see if I've got some already marked out. Yeah, this is accumulation. I don't want to talk about this. I think I've already finished this one. We did talk about this. On Monday, I got that trade, the sell from here, sweet. And I marked this setup on Saturday. Wyckoff on Saturday. I shared it. That's the WhatsApp. Here's my harmonic squad. If you know, you know. There you go. So I shared this picture on Saturday. Look at the date, guys. Right? And that was where price was. No, not this one. I'm not looking at this one. I'm not looking at the right one. Sorry. People are thinking, oh, he lied. That one. Right? So look at that one. On the 3rd of October, I marked it. Price was setting up here. But I already knew because of the Wyckoff schematic I saw that price was going to end up here. And the yellow line, you can see I've written down there, supply zone. Look at the way price just tapped into the supply zone and boom. So if you go on the left, which I don't have right here, but then on the chart, you would see a drop, base drop. Why I marked out that area as my supply zone. And straight away, price dropped. I'm going to leave room for questions, guys. Any question? Any question, guys? I don't know if people are really on this call because it looks like nobody's asking questions, nobody's talking. All right, no, thank you. Oh man, people have grabbed some nuggets in here. This is just distribution, guys. Wyckoff distribution. There is more to Wyckoff, but today I decided just to treat distribution. I don't know. For everybody on the call, I want you guys to decide on which dates you want us to do the accumulation. I'm home tomorrow, but then I'm working all weekend and I'm free from Monday. So you'd like it tomorrow, fair enough. We can schedule a time for tomorrow, or you'd like it next week, we can schedule a time for next week. Next week, some people say it's next week, 9 p.m., next week, tomorrow, 9 p.m. All right. The tomorrows are winning. The tomorrows are winning. So guys, in the group chat, just feel free, decide it, have a solid decision, because I have less than a minute on the call. Solid decision. We want to look at accumulation, whatever day, and then I'll just make time for it, guys. Thank you all for being on the call. It was a pleasure having you on the call. Have a good night, guys.